Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. There's huge gaps on my bookshelves, so that can only mean one thing. It's book haul time. So this is my third quarter book haul, so this is very exciting because I love a good book haul. It is also now time, I was going to say it's time for jumper weather, but I feel like I wear jumpers all the time in my videos because we don't really have a summer, so I'm feeling slightly better, but I do think that I'm still a little nasally, so excuse that. I was doing so good with my book buying, guys. If you didn't know, like one of my goals this year was like, I didn't want to be buying books unless I had a couple of exceptions. Special editions of books I already know and love, sequels to series that I've already started, favorites also by authors, and also my Limerick books, which I have cancelled my Limerick. I think my September book will be my last one. I haven't gotten it yet though. So that's going to be my last one, I believe. But I did also then start like a little series called TBR Trim, where I'm trying to get all my books to fit in one little basket. So that has not been going well, and you will see why in a little bit. But as I said, July and August, so good. Six books. And half of them I had already read. And the other half were Limerick books. And then September arrived. And I messed it up, guys. You're gonna just have to watch and see. So the first book that I hauled in this quarter was Of Jade and Dragons by Amber Chen. This is a Limerick book. It has some beautiful edges. Honestly, a lot of these books are special editions. This is what the underneath is like. And then, as I said, I already showed you the edges. And the top and bottom of the edges are also beautiful. There's the artwork inside. And then this, I think this was actually the May book, but it got delayed because originally it had been what was the author who review bombed a load of people, and then they obviously switched it, and obviously like things, got delayed and all of that. So I think this was actually the May book, because they always take a while to get to me anyway, so I think that was the May book. I didn't tell you what this is about. It's been a while since I haul. I only do these every quarter. Forgive me. She dreams of becoming a world-class engineer like her father, but after his unexpected murder, she's determined to discover why anyone would threaten a man who ultimately chose a quiet life over fame and fortune. Oh, she disguises herself as her brother to go to the prestigious Engineers Guild, and an increasingly tangled relationship with the prince. Interesting. I don't even think I read the synopsis of it when I hauled it. I just went, ooh, pretty edge, and then put it on my shelf. That is my first time reading the synopsis. It's so bad. The next book that I hauled in July was Goddess of the River by Vaishnavi Patel. And again, this is a Limerick book. This is the June book, I believe. So I am also excited for this. I haven't actually read a lot of like those literary mythology retellings. I haven't read a lot of them. Like even like the really famous ones, like, the Song of Achilles and all of those. Like, so yeah, so I heard, I think, good things about her other book. There's the Irish on the inside. It's the same on both. So I'm intrigued. As I said, I haven't read a lot, but I mean, might as well try. The Goddess of the River serves as a caretaker to the mischievous godlings that roam her banks, and she's cursed to become mortal until she fulfills obligations of the curse. She weds the king, becomes queen, determined to regain her fiefdom no matter the cost. Just as she is freed, she is forced to leave behind her infant son, and her son carries the curse. The story of a mother and a son being brought back together, I guess. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be sad. Mythology retellings always are. And I don't know the original context. I'll have to do my research, but I'm not sure. Should I do that before or after? I only hauled one more book in July. Applaud me, please. And that was The Sword of Kaigan by Emma Wang. So this is the Pages and Wick version. They, unfortunately, this is no longer available. They just did their last like leftover stock sale. So I'm sorry about that. But I read The Sword of Kaigan last year after putting it off for so long, and then realized I was stupid for putting it off for so long because I immediately loved it, gave it 5 stars, one of my favorite books of all time now. And I think it was number 2 on my favorites of all last year. Only got beat by The Discord of Gods, but like that's the book in a series that I'm obsessed with, so not fair competition. I already own the Wraithmarked edition, and I also may have put money behind the Kickstarter for the other edition that they're doing. Yeah, moving on. So this is the Pages and Wick version. Very different vibe, but like also, it's beautiful. And it's just blue on top and bottom. And this is what the underneath looks like. And that's what inside. Also, it is signed. And then art on the other side. I think it's beautiful. What is the Sword of Kaigan about? So, the Sword of Kaigan follows a family, and the mother of this family, she actually went to like school. She knows that like things in the outside world are actually not really like how they are on this island. This island is very traditional, you know, the men fight and, you know, provide, and the women are very much the take care of the house and all of that. And she left that old life behind her where she was very independent. She was a fighter herself, and came and she married, and she has her family now. And a war threatens her family, and she has to decide whether or not she wants to pick up her sword again. It's so much more than that. But oh god, I love it so much. In August, I once again only hauled 3 books, and every single one of them are a Little Crate book. So the first 2 that I hauled were the Little Crate editions of The Savage Song and Our Dark Duet by V.E. Schwab. This is probably like, I think like Schwab's most underrated. Like, I love it so much. Like, it's one of my favorite Schwabs. Like, this duology. I love you. So yes, so like, I mean, they are just stunning. Like, screaming, crying, throwing up. Then, like, ugh, like seriously, obsessed. And we have Kate, and we have August. This is Our Dark Duet. So this is actually one of V.E. Schwab's YA series. And we have so I really kind of want to read these right now that I'm looking at them, but I'm not going to do that. We follow Kate and August set in a world where monsters are a thing, and monsters are kind of created by humans doing bad things. And August is actually one of these monsters, and he basically longs nothing more than to be human. And his adoptive father is kind of the ruler of the south side of the city and is trying to keep people safe. And then Kate is a human girl who kind of wants to prove her ruthlessness to her ruthless father, and the 2 of them end up crossing paths in the school and end up kind of teaming up, and I just love them, okay, so dearly. I think this was the July Little Crate book. This is The Phoenix Keeper by S.A. McLean. This is actually one of the Little Crate books that I'm most excited for. I still haven't read it. I still haven't read like any of my Little Crate books, but I'm planning on doing a vlog next month to read like, I'm going to read like 3 of them. This is probably going to be one of them anyway. So this is The Phoenix Keeper. This is the underneath. And then some ash in there. So yeah, and then it is signed. So yes, so I believe this like follows kind of like a zoo. Has always dreamed of conserving critically endangered firebirds, and I guess people are trying to stop this like breeding program from happening, and so she must like prove that she has it under control, I think. And I believe, is it a sapphic? Yeah, and I believe it is also sapphic romance, because I think one of her like college rivals or something also works here. I know Emma read it and she loved it, which is enough for me to want to read it. So yes, so those are the 3 books that I hauled in August. As I said, I was on fire, and then I came and I ruined it. So let's get into September, guys. It's not even actually that bad. The Scalmance series by Naomi Novik. These are the Fairy Loot editions. So this is A Deadly Education. It's nice and purple. We've got like eyes. It's very spooky. Got some art. Beautiful. Beautiful. Then we have The Last Graduate. So this is book 2. And then we've got some of the friends. Here's underneath. We have the Golden Enclaves. That is the series. That is them like this. The Element series follows Elle, and basically her whole life she has an affinity towards dark magic. She doesn't want this, but it just happens naturally. And basically everybody is waiting for the day that she blows up and becomes an evil witch and terrorizes everyone. And she goes to the Scholomance, which is a school for magical children. And basically you have to try and survive because there are monsters everywhere. The wards are broken. And she has captured the attention of the school's golden boy, Orion. And she does not want this. He keeps saving her life. She finds it very inconvenient. And she hates him for it. And eventually a little friendship happens between them. And the two of them kind of try to team up to help the students of the school. I love this series a lot. I have the August Alarm Crate pick, which is Mistress of Lies, K.M. Enright. I'm scared of this because it is fantasy romance, but also like reading the synopsis, like I want to read it so bad, but also I have a feeling that I'm probably not going to like it because I never like fantasy romance, but I want to like it so bad because like it sounds good, so good. So this is what it looks like. I believe that this is just a change on the original cover. I think, does the original cover have red on it? The underneath. Like, what do you... Ugh. And so the daughter of a powerful but disgraced blood worker, she has spent her life perfecting her blood magic, and she assassinates their father and takes his takes the place of the head of the family. Okay, that things escalated very quickly. Also follow Samuel Hutchinson, who has a terrible gift. He stumbles upon the first victim of a magical serial killer, and he's drawn more into the world of sorcery and intrigue. Work with mysterious royal blood worker Isaac, and they find themselves growing closer together. Then the next 4 books that I'm all going to talk about, I'm going to link down below my come book shopping with me video that I filmed while I was over in London, where a lot of damage was done to my TBR. So first I went into foils. I still have not taken off the buy one get one half price stickers because why would I do that? So I got The Art of Destiny by Wesley Chu, and I also got The Crucible of Chaos by Sebastian de Castel. Basically, I have the first book of this. I've read 40 pages of it. I read those 40 pages on the plane, and I actually still have not finished it, despite the fact it's like, what, 20 days later? I just haven't had the time. I got distracted by other vlogs and stuff like that. I am going to read it real soon. I'm hoping to actually finish it in the next couple of days. But yeah, I enjoyed those first 40 pages, and when I saw buy one get one half price, I was like, okay. So, as I said, I have only read first 40 pages, but we follow like a boy who has grown up spoiled. He is the chosen one. Everyone thinks he's the child of this prophecy, and he's been taught to fight, technically, but basically people aren't supposed to hurt him or anything like that, or else they will be severely punished. And so obviously people don't actually like really put effort into fighting him. And this woman comes along, and she is supposed to just see how the supposed chosen one is getting along, and she realizes that they have spoiled this boy rotten, and she's like, I'm gonna fix this. And so she takes him under her wing, and I believe also the prophecy might have been wrong anyway, and so he has to try and make a name for himself on his own merits. So yes, so then we have Crucible of Chaos. So this is the prequel to the next series. It just says Prelude to the Court of Shadows. I don't know what it's about. It follows a grey coat who starts investigating something. I enjoyed the Great Coat series. I gave it every single book a 4-star, I think. Yeah, I think I gave every single one a 4-star. It wasn't like an all-time favorite series. Like I thought it was going to be, but it didn't quite hit there. But when I saw it again, buy one get one half price, I was like, you know what? I like that series well enough. I like the writing well enough, then I might as well continue on. We got Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, which I have finished. Yay! I've read one book. So this is the second book in the Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I will be having a vlog where I talk about this soon, as well as other stuff. So stay tuned for that. And so yeah, so this is the sequel to Emily Wells' Encyclopedia of Fairies. I read that last year for the Goodreads Choice Awards, and I really enjoyed it. I give it 4 stars. It was a really high 4 stars. I always say, if you like the academic side of this book, like the way that it's told, then I totally recommend A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan. And if you like the fairy romance kind of stuff, I highly recommend The Regency Era Fairy Tales by Olivia Atwater. It starts with Half a Soul. I feel like this book, this series, is like the perfect baby of the two of them. Like, they got together, they had a baby, boom. And I really enjoy it. So we follow Emily, and in the first book, she wants to write an encyclopedia of fairies, and she travels to this country, and the locals aren't particularly welcoming to her because they don't want her nosing around their business. And then her annoying colleague that she can't stand, or can she, shows up, and he also starts making a mess, and the two of them start getting themselves into a lot of trouble with fairies and also the locals, and there might be some tension between them, you know? The last book that I bought while I was over in London was The Seasonal Fears by Shauna Maguire. I got this in Forbidden Planet, and it has a signed book plate in it. So this is the sequel to Middle Game. I have been debating whether or not I wanted to read this because I liked Middle Game. I really, really liked it. It was just short of the 5 star. I don't know what it was that held me back from giving it a 5 star because I really liked it. And so I kind of want to reread it because I feel like I could give it a 5 star on reread. But this is a sequel, and it follows different characters. I don't know what this is about at all, and I don't really care to find out. But I've heard people, there's people who either love this just as much as they love the first one, or people who are like, why does this exist? There's no in between. It's either 5 star or 2 star. And that scares me. So I'm hoping that I will like it because the 3rd book has also just come out. So here's to me being the exception. Next up, I have The Sky on Fire by Jen Lyons. Sorry that it's very shiny because this has a protective plastic dust jacket over the dust jacket because it's fancy like that. So this is the Inkstone version. Basically, I'm not actually a subscriber of Inkstone, so I am kind of considering putting myself down for it because it is only quarterly, so it's less. And they do kind of more up my alley books this, the more epic kind of fantasy. Jen Lyons wrote the Course of Dragon series. Remember how, 20 minutes ago I was saying The Sword of Cain came second to The Discord of Gods by Jen Lyons. So, favorite book of last year was The Discord of Gods. So, you better be good. So, this is The Sky on Fire. It involves dragons. I believe it's a heist into a dragon's hoard, if we're being correct. But that is all I know. And I don't care to know anything else because it's Jen Lyons. So this is the cover. As I said, ignore the shiny plastic. So got red, and then underneath we have lovely shiny. It is signed, and mine is number 570 out of 600. So yes, but basically they asked if you were interested in it, you could basically sign up for leftover copies if they had any. And so I did, and I got an email and they were like, we have some spare. And so I was like, yes. So yes, final book. Actually, I believe that I'm going to get a parcel in the next 2 or 3 hours, but I will be jumping in to show you that. So they're probably the second last one. And that is Percy Jackson and the Wrath of the Triple Goddess by Rick Riordan. This is the Waterstones edition. Nothing on the top and bottom, and there's nothing underneath. It's purple, which is nice. So I'm only 50 pages in. Again, this will be in the same, I'm reading anticipated releases. This will be in the same vlog as Emily Wells. We're not going to talk about it because I read the first 50 pages and I was not, 60 pages. I read the first 60 pages and I was not having a good time. And so I then I put it down because it's maybe it's just the mood I'm in. And so I'm hoping I'm going to pick it up today, fresh start. I'm hoping that I'm going to start to enjoy it a bit more. It just didn't feel like the actual characters. Obviously, Percy Jackson, son of Poseidon, been on a lot of adventures, saved the world a couple of times, grand. Now he has to try and get himself 3 recommendation letters from gods, and obviously gods don't do anything for free, so he has to do some favors. And so in this one, he is pet sitting. So yeah, hopefully I will start to enjoy it more. Hello, it's me from 2 hours later. This is Howl's Moving Castle, the very limited edition. So I was about to say, don't show your address to people, Rebecca. Let's open. Oh no, they just like really jammed that in there. Haven't actually read any more Diana Wynne Jones because like there's so many. I don't know where to start, but I do know I want to read more eventually. But here it is. Like it's hollow. Trying to, yeah, there we go. Oh my. I don't know. As I said, it's just blue on the top and bottom. We've got the sky, and the stars. Oh, and same on the back. Like, I want to read Diana Wynne Jones, but like, where do you start there? Where do you start there? Like, there's so many. That is obviously the dust jacket, and then there is a reversible one, which is beautiful. Oh, that's so cute. I am gonna keep it this way around, but like that is cute. Just I guess like wouldn't be my chosen style, I guess. I feel like I don't need to tell you what this is about. It follows Sophie. She makes hats, and then one day she attracts the attention of the Witch of the Waste, and then she travels to Howl's Moving Castle. And the wizard Howl is, well, he's a drama queen now, isn't he? And Welsh. And I have actually also seen that they're doing a like a special edition of like Kiki's Delivery Service, which I have actually read that book. I didn't love it though. I gave it I think a 3-star. But like I think it's cute that they're like doing like I guess like Studio Ghibli books nearly. So yes, it's real cute. The end. So yes, so those are all the books that I've hauled. As I said, I was doing so good. I was doing so well. Oh well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.